Hello Taurus, welcome in. This is a general reading for Taurus. Because it's a general reading, not everything may resonate, but just take what does and leave the rest behind. This is a timeless reading also. I trust that if you found it, then it's meant for you at this time. I've pulled some oracle cards. We're going to continue with the tarot afterward, but I've gotten some new decks and I really wanted to focus on them. So I've pulled one from each of the three decks to start your reading off today. The first one is from Kuan Yin Oracle, and it is Many Hands of the Goddess. Perhaps you've seen this image before. It is known as, in other words, as the Mother Goddess, because there's just multitasking, many multitasking going on. And this is an image that conjures up, yes, multitasking. And also the message that's relayed is somewhat about the process, when you're spinning a lot of plates, I'll just put it in my own words, when you're spinning a lot of plates in the air and you feel like you need to really narrow it down and get one thing done. This card appearing today, if you're in that place where you have many, many things to do, it's encouraging you to trust that if you're going to move off, if you feel compelled to move on to the next task, to do so. If you feel compelled to stop doing what it is you're doing, even though it's not going to get you to the finish line, to do so, because the many hands of the goddess here, or the mother goddess, however you want to see that, there's support, there's spirit guides and guidance coming from the divine in your working with you to help you achieve and step along the path, especially one of really good intention. You have support there. So that's the advice and encouragement from that oracle. Now we have the Starseed Oracle as well, and this one is related to the karmic relationships. It has Orion energy, it has polarity, soul growth, and conflict. So this is a message about a conflict with another. It's about we end up in conflict, in our life in one way or another. It could be siblings, can be family, can be a partner or a work colleague. But there's conflict in our life, obviously, creating contrast for us to deal with and grow. But if there's an impasse with someone, it's not just about forgiving. It's about recognizing. This card is asking you to recognize sort of the innocence of the other, the innocence of oneself and the innocence of another. We all come into this world innocent, and when we leave it all behind. We're re-emerging into innocence, into purity. So any conflict that we're facing, we encountered a lot that shaped our world. So this is asking to soften the heart and soften it just enough even to get a different point of view. Try to find some of the innocence that may have ever been in this person, in this situation, in oneself, to allow you to kind of soften up a little bit and maybe, just change your point of view enough that it might shift a situation out of conflict toward resolution at the least. So that's the message of this one. And then you got, from the Animal Spirit deck, you got the Cosmic Egg, which is beautiful. It's the very last one in the deck. The deck pulls to the spirit realm. This is the very last one. It has the most potency in my eyes. It's self-realization. Perhaps you're there. You're on your path. We're all on our path to self-realization, whether we recognize it or not. As you can see here with the snake winding around the cosmic egg, it's about us holding on to life, and life holding on to us. Self-realization, contentment, understanding that you're part of the whole. That's the message of the cosmic egg. So it's just beautiful. I wonder how that'll work. All of these will work into our reading today. So let's get started. I've already meditated on your cards and done a lot of shuffling. So let's just move forward. I need to move this up just a little bit more. Okay. So the underlying energy, wow, look at that. The Chariot, and then you have the Hanged Man underneath that. And the King of Pentacles. Wow, Taurus, that's you. That's you feeling stable. Someone here is feeling stable, able to, you know, you're feeling successful, you're feeling victorious, and you're also getting a particular perspective. Now, if there is a conflict in your life, that is pointing directly to that particular oracle to get a new perspective on it. But let's see where it goes. In your recent past, we have the Temperance card. I'm just going to lay these out. The Ace of Wands. The Six of Swords. The Magician. Wow. The Nine of Wands, right in the heart of your reading. I believe Aries had that, right in that placement. And I've shuffled these a lot. The Moon card. Wow, the Judgment card. You have a lot of major arcanas, Taurus. The Ace of Cups. Wow. Wow, and the Nine of Cups. Jeez, this is a potent reading. My goodness. My goodness. You have a brand new beginning here. You've manifested this. You're right in the middle here. You have some weight, some heaviness, some trepidation is present. You have two aces here, actually. Brand new beginning in love and or passion. And this has come around again. This might be something that you're revisiting after a time. There's something here with the Judgment card. But you have the Nine of Cups here. Wow, this is just beautiful. Let's clarify the we're going to clarify, sorry, I'm trying to get a feel here. I'm just kind of getting, there's just, you have here the card of Cancer, Aries and Virgo. You have Cancer again, and Pisces, and Sagittarius. So let's clarify the Six of Swords. Clarifying the Six of Swords for Taurus. Wow. Yeah, we have the Four of Swords, the Hermit, the Ace of Wands has come up again, and then the Eight of Wands. To clarify the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is talking about moving away from conflict, moving away from rough waters and into more peaceful conversation, more peaceful waters. We have here the communication is what I spelled out there. We have a card of fast communication, which indicates that could have been enough to give you the beginning of the new start, like that. You had perspective, you moved away from some kind of conflict, some kind of rough water, got yourself some introspection, some rest, you healed, and then communication came. I'm not sure which order that came in, but you had to kind of move away from the situation to get this perspective that is here. And it provided you with a new beginning, a passionate new start, either with a connection or with a new position. It can be taking a lot of action in a brand new position, for example. But there was some communication received, or there will be some communication received. We have here the Page of Pentacles, and this is talking about having a nugget of an idea, which is probably where this is. You know, this can be about a new relationship, a new love, but generally speaking, it's about a new idea that you're digging in and taking a class and doing those things. Then you have this passion here with this Ace of Wands here. You have a passionate new beginning. You're right at the front end of that. I can see that. You have that. And you also have the Ace of Cups here as well. So you have a budding idea here. Let's see where this goes. Oh, okay. There's your card here. I was just looking at the Nine of Wands, so I'm going to apply these cards to that. Can I get one more card for Taurus? Okay, that just floated out. So we have here the Death card, another couple major arcanas, the Empress card, that's you, Taurus, the Four of Wands, and the Death card to clarify the Nine of Wands. Obviously, you've worked very hard to get at the place where you have that union, you have that happy home, you're taking care of yourself, or you're able to kind of like just sit back and kind of embody that Empress where you're taking care of yourself, you have great comfort, you're able to be more creative and all of that. Now this has come at a price. There's some kind of transformative ending that has happened here. And this could be for someone who is retiring. You know, it could be that you've worked long and hard to achieve this, and now you're retiring and it's been a long, hard journey. But generally speaking, that Nine of Wands is talking about a battle-weary person. So I think the end of the battle has come, the end of the activity level that had you doing all of this. You know, you're juggling and you're juggling and you're juggling, and you think that there's no way, there's no finish line, you're not getting anything done. But there is a finish line, and you are going to complete this series of things that are going on, is what it's coming through right now. So yeah, that's speaking to the busyness of this. Let's keep going. Let's see what the moon is. I'd like to see what's happening in the moon. Clarifying the moon. Clarifying the moon for Taurus. Clarifying the moon. Okay. Wow. Clarifying the moon. Clarifying the moon. Whoa. Wow. So we have the Seven of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Nine of Wands came again to clarify this moon. And the moon is about, it can be about fears. It can be more subtle, like self-doubt. But there's trepidation here. And then you have the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords that have come up to meet that, to clarify. So there's a fear here, or a trepidation, because you feel like it's either going to be taken away from you, or there's conflict in the midst and someone really is trying to take that away from you. So you have the Death card in your favor here, because whatever it is, this struggle that you're working with here, that's going to be ending very, very soon. You're right near the end with this Nine of Wands appearing here again. You're right near the finish line here. And I'm going to harken back, because this conflict is what this card is talking about. It's talking about conflict and how it's interpreted, especially if it's gone on for a very long time, which the Nine of Wands appearing twice would indicate that it is. If you feel manipulated, if you feel that conflict, what that oracle is talking is encouraging you to do is to try to see it again from a more innocent point of view. It's not like you're going to dismiss, let bygones be bygones and all of that. What it's doing is just asking for a little different perspective. It's a more spiritual way of seeing it. You don't have to forgive people who have really taken advantage of you, which is all about the Five of Swords, or have been deceptive with you. But it's important to see the human as the human, because that is the spiritual path, and that's kind of the glory of being human, is taking on a 3D meat suit, but still having your spirit riding right along with you, whether you recognize it or not. So this is encouraging you to see the behaviors and the inherent, what's underneath the conflict itself, with a little different point of view, a little more innocence in it. So I guess I've talked about that enough. So start repeating myself. And there's the Temperance right there. And the Temperance is talking about not just moderation, but it's talking about the divine working in your favor to alchemize the situation for everyone involved. It's just so clear and beautiful, just beautiful. Okay, so let's keep moving here. You have Temperance twice. Yeah, I overlooked that. You have Temperance twice. This Temperance card, I love this Temperance card with this angel dude just sitting there nice and relaxed, looking straight at you going, hey, we got this, don't worry about it. So this is all going to be resolved is what I'm hearing. And you're getting perspective too. Let me go back here. You are successful in this vein. Let's look to the Judgment call, the Judgment card here. You have manifested this series of events, by the way. There's some kind of illumination that is coming from this conflict to you. It's allowing you to soften the heart. Okay. For Taurus, let's clarify the Judgment card. Oh, okay. Yeah. One more. Okay. I feel like there's another one that's here. Nope. Okay. Okay, so there's a bit of defensiveness here with the Seven of Wands. So to clarify the Judgment card, we have the Strength card, the Three of Cups, and the Page of Cups with the Judgment card. And this to me is really clear. This seems to be a reading about a conflict that's really so close to getting to an understanding with this cosmic egg. I mean, this is the final card, and this is likely the most potent card in that deck. And it's talking about in the journey of life, it's really just letting things go so that you've got yourself wrapped around your life, and life has itself wrapped around you, and just making everything count at the end of it all. Because at the beginning, we all came in here innocent, and when we leave, it's all going away, and we're back to square one. So why do the conflict? Why keep it up? So I don't know why I just keep harping on that. So the Judgment card is a card about it's the calling. It's calling you. This has been revisited. This has been going on for a long time. You have the Nine of Wands twice. So this has been going on a long time, whatever this is, and it's so vital to address it. It's by addressing it and rejoicing in the relationship, or you seem to have people around you certainly that are supporting you, but rejoicing in this relationship. Offering, someone is going to offer you a cup of love. Someone is going to offer an apology, or you them. I don't know who I'm talking to here. I know I'm going back a little back and forth about who's who, but I just don't know. But I can see clearly here that there's a point here where friendships and sentiments of the heart, like just an open-hearted exchange is coming here. If it hasn't already, it's coming here. And you're being called to open to it. I can see that clearly. You're being called. It will only strengthen you. It will only strengthen you. It's totally going to work in your favor. There is still some defensiveness, but it's getting lighter, as you can see. We've moved down from the 9 to the 7. I guess let's clarify the Nine of Cups. Clarifying the Nine of Cups. There's that struggle. Clarifying the Nine of Cups for Taurus. Okay. So we have the Two of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Knight of Cups to clarify the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is beautiful to see. I mean, you have the Ace of Cups here. This is all about love, self-love. It can be self-love. It can also be, of course, you know, a relationship or romantic relationship. And you have here with the Knight of Cups an offer of love. Generally speaking, this is a romantic love. There seems to be some kind of conflict that seems to be coming up, and that may be lingering from, you know, you've moved from the 9 to the 7 to the 5 of Wands. So I think it may take a little while to peter out, but it's getting better and better. That's what this, I just keep hearing, it's getting better and better. There's, and the Knight with the offer of the Cup has increased as well. You've gone from a Page to a Knight. So there's more emphasis here on letting things soften and opening up a little bit. You have a decision to make here with the Two of Wands that seems to be a kind of a pivotal one, and that's really, you know, if you get some kind of more conflict coming your way, then I would suggest to just keep going into your heart. That's the key. I mean, you have to create boundaries and do all the right things. If I'm not suggesting to anyone that they put up with someone who's trying to deceive them or take advantage of them, but I am saying that the message here is very, very clear, that it's, you know, you've got a lot on your plate, you're juggling many things, to try to recognize the divine is in this and working in your favor. And if you get that impulse to move to the next thing, put that down. Just trust that. Try not to get good rest. Keep your perspective high. Vibe high is what I'm just hearing now. And your wishes and dreams are coming. I mean, this Nine of Cups, this is the Nine of Cups. This is like fulfillment of your desires is right there, Taurus. It's a beautiful reading. It really is. I love this reading. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. I do. And if you enjoyed the reading, please do like, share, or subscribe. It's very helpful. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. And until then, do take care. Bye.